What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Western Wild Survival. Today we are going to be working on the North Town area. You can see I've kind of gone through and flattened out the road area a little bit, changed out some textures. Still got some spots right here, like on the edges to smooth out, especially right there. But today we're going to be working right in this area right here. Yeah. Thinking maybe a couple of sell points, and we'll just kind of build the town out that way a little bit. We do want to kind of work our way down that way a little bit as well, and kind of around the town area that's already there. But I think for now we're just going to start with this area right here. So what we need to do is go ahead and get some trees cleared out. So let's go ahead and get this one done. And probably go ahead and delete this one as well. We could always go back through and add some trees in as needed. So let's see. Thinking maybe that might be good. So if we just clear out these two over here. How's everybody doing out there? Hopefully you're doing wonderful. I am doing fantastic. Let's get this one done. Alright, so let's just move over here so I'm out of the way of the terrain paint. So if we go into construction, yeah, this should be a decent area. Maybe we should get rid of these two just to kind of clear it out, because I may end up putting two buildings down. So let's go ahead and get rid of these two. And this one right here. Alright, let's get over here out of the way. Gonna have to do something with these stones. Maybe put a little storage area in there for the city stone, you know, from working the roads and everything. Okay, so now the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to put some sell points down. The only time I'm putting production plants down is if I have the money to buy the production plants myself and place them down in the town area. Now, obviously, we already own the land technically, but we don't own the land for our use. So yeah, so like I don't know how I should I don't know if I should even implement maybe like a business fee or something like that. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I haven't really thought about. So let's just go with some grass. And let's go from, I don't know if we want to do anything on this little section right here, but we'll just bring the grass right up to the road, probably up to these, in between these two telephone poles would be nice. And we'll just come all the way back. And I went too far on that, but that's okay. We can probably make this like a little business area. I don't know, we'll probably come up, yeah, right about there. It's the fence line a little bit. Yeah, that's a good area to work in right there. It's already pretty flat, so we won't concern ourselves too much with anything. So let's just go ahead and get rid of that little grass right there. Alright, so let's take a look at sell points. Now we have a farmer's market, we have pizzeria, we have the restaurant, a supermarket, we got the biomass heating plant, which takes bales, straw, trees, What is that? I forget what that is. Anyways, wood chips, all of that stuff. We have a restaurant, debris crusher, and these are some mods that I have installed here. I need to go through and add some more sell points from the mod hub, which I'll do at a later point, but we can work with what we have. So this is like a Christmas market, which I have a plan for all of this stuff later on once we get around Christmas time, if this series is still going. So yeah, we have like this right here. We could put like a building down or something. Selling station. At this sell point, you can sell your harvested and produced goods. So it's kind of like a all-in-one sell point. We have this right here, which is for bales and silage and all that. We have the wood chip purchase. So I wonder. Yeah, it looks like you can sell wood chips there. We also have this right here for cracked corn mod. This is the maple syrup production, which we'll get into that later on. This is just mobile sell points. So what I think we're going to start with is, so the way I want to do this is I'm going to place down a building, and you guys are going to be able to drop name suggestions down in the comments. And I will choose a name to rename the building. So if I do the market, the farmer's market, you guys can make suggestions for what we should name this building. That way, whenever we go to sell and we take a look in the sell, chart, we don't get it mixed up with this farmer's market. You know what I mean? So at some point, I want to get to the point to where we have enough sell points and stuff down to where we don't have to use these sell points in the center town area. So the sawmill is a little bit different. This is like a production facility, I believe. This one's set up as a production. So we could always put down like a biomass heating plant and go from there to sell logs. But I want to get to the point to where we don't have to use anything in that town area anymore, even if it is offering to pay more for our product. And I want to avoid using the train area to sell stuff as well at some point. So what we could do is let's go ahead and start with the farmer's market. So once we have this farmer's market down, we'll no longer use the farmer's market in the North Town area. That is base game. So what I need to do is actually go in and add some money. So we are at 1559. That's where we're at. So let's just add 600,000. And that should be good. So we'll go to sell points, and we'll go ahead and put down a market. Now we want this to be kind of squared up with the road. That looks good right there. And we could probably, we could add multiple businesses in this area right here. But I kind of want to spread it out. So we could, even go at like an angle. Could go like this. Or just straight on with the road. So I'm thinking maybe just straight on with the road is probably going to be the best bet. So let's re-square that up to the road again. And let's place this right about there. That looks good. Alright, so we'll go into landscaping here. And let's go with asphalt. And we'll bring that up just a little bit. Let's see. So we want like a kind of like a parking area out front. Be kind of nice to have. So we'll just bring this out. This will simulate our parking area, which we have parking spots in our decorations and the mods there. On this side of the building, don't really necessarily need any of anything over here, so we'll just go ahead and take this out to right there, and we'll leave this for like a little walk area for, you know, employees, whatever. Let's see. Over here on this side, this is where the sell point is. So we need to make an entry off of the road, probably centered up with the building. So probably something like that. And then we can have this kind of curve off to the side. And we'll just bring this out just a little bit more so we can have some parking spots like right here. And then we can continue this around. And we're just going to kind of make a lane that comes up to the cell area like right there. And I forgot to mute my phone, sorry. I don't know if you heard that. Alright, let's see. We can bring it down like this. Yeah. And we can kind of smooth this out just a little bit. Something like that. And that way we could put like grass and whatnot in there, so we could actually come in and go ahead and grass that. We'll leave that concrete, you know, asphalted, so we can have, you know, employee access and whatnot like that. And as far as what we're gonna do to make an exit out of here, let's see. First off, what I want to do over here is we'll leave that, and then I want it off of the building. I want the asphalt off of the building like that. Come back in. And this doesn't have to be super big, so actually that size that it is right now, it looks pretty good for like a little walkway. Yeah, that looks good. For this, so how we're gonna make an exit, so we come in, we sell, and then we could either loop around like this, or we can loop around the entire building and have another exit over there, which I almost don't want to do that because it looks a little too commercial, you know what I mean? Let's just fix that little spot there. So what we could do is we can come off of this line right here, and then we'll just have a loop right there, but I want to smooth that out just a little bit better than that. That looks good. And we can continue this right here. Fill that in. Alright, that looks good. So we can come in, we sell, and then turn around. So we got to make sure it's actually big enough for like a semi to come in. So if we just make this slightly bigger, maybe like that. That should... It's probably still not going to be big enough for a semi to turn around, so we'll make that just a little bit bigger. That should be plenty of space right there. Yeah, that looks good. And then for this area, we'll come in and polish it up just a little bit. We'll come off of that. And we'll round this out into the road, kind of like that. And we'll make this road entrance just a little bit bigger, like so. And that looks good right there. Alright, plants. I'll go through real quick and add this grass in, and then bring you back in here in just a second. Okay, so we got the grass and a couple of bushes and stuff placed in, and I got these little plant boxes right here. So what I want to do is let's see if we can squeeze 2 of these in here. So if we go, gotta get it straight, and then let's activate the place anywhere thing. Go 1 there, and then yeah, see, it's gonna overlap just a little bit, but that's okay. We can fix that so I can get rid of these little curbs. Okay, so it's gonna do that instead. That's okay. Yep, let's do that, and then let's bring this back in. And let's line that up just perfectly with the other one. Right about there, looks good. And then we can come in and fix this just a little bit. Like so. I won't worry about putting those little curbs in that I had before, but that is pretty good right there. 4 little car parking spots right there. So we go into decorations and go to others. If we scroll all the way down, I don't plan on parking my tractors or anything there, so not concerned about leaving space for myself. This is just all purely decoration. But if we keep scrolling all the way to the end, I have a lot of decoration mods. We have some trucks. Here we go. Here's some cars. We could do maybe like a service van. Go ahead and do that. And we'll place you right there. Maybe one of these guys right there. Maybe this little car right there. We'll leave 1 spot open. There we go. That looks good. And then okay, so from here what we could do is let's add some fencing. Now I kind of think this fencing right here goes really good with this farmer's market. So let's go from this point down right about there. And then we'll just come up to the edge and then straight across right there. And let's end it right there because I want to come off of this point right here. And we'll just make that straight as we can with the other fence there. Over and like that. Alright. So I'm thinking we could probably come off of this high point right there. And then we'll go out and then straight up. It's not going to be perfect. I could take the time to make it perfect, but don't really want to. Alright. There we go. Now we're looking good. So I think we'll just leave it open. We're not going to worry about a fence or a gate or anything like that. And then from there, we'll come in and add some trees. So if we look around, what kind of trees do we have here? We have like these guys. I believe these are it. Yep. The American elms. And then we also have the spruce. Yep. These guys are right here. So we could come in, add just a couple of these back here for fillers. And we can come in and add some American elms. Like this. Maybe one there. That'll kind of fill in that back area. We're going to actually line this area with American elms. I want to make sure I get these spaced out kind of even. That looks good. That'd be a nice little separation from the commercial city works area. So we can add like a small American elm right back there. We could add one. That's too many. Maybe a birch. Nah. We could go with some bushes right in there. Then we'll kind of speckle some bushes around the area here. We could do a small American elm right there. And then we can go real crazy and put a big American elm right there. Or we could do, yeah, this one right here looks a little bit better as far as the size. Yeah, this is looking good. Alright, so that's complete for now. Yes, I think we are good to go there. We have another sell point. So, yes, we can rename this sell point, this farmer's market. So, go ahead and drop down in the comments some suggestions for the name of this farmer's market. And I will sort through them and we'll rename it next episode. So that looks good. So I'm thinking we could add maybe one more small business here. And I want to start building out a neighborhood as well. So the neighborhood, let's just back out of this. Yeah, go ahead and save it. Back out of this completely. We'll go into flight mode and kind of take a look at some areas. We'll go on there, and then let's take a look at the map. So as of right now, this is our owned farmland plus 32. That's where we have our logging area. So as far as a neighborhood, so we got the town area coming up right here. This is all North Town property. We can always expand it out this way and down this way just a little bit, but I kind of want to leave this area open for my farm, but we could always expand down with the farm. It's no big deal, but I'm thinking maybe we could do a town area over, or not a town area, but a neighborhood off into this corner right over here. We can do houses and stuff like that over here. Maybe in 9 and 10 or 19, 29. I don't know. We'll we'll kind of go from there once we get to that point. But the houses and stuff is going to be like, you guys can rename all the houses as well. And the way I'm going to do the renaming of the houses is it's going to be through probably Discord. I think I'm gonna do it through Discord because I have something else in place that we're gonna do. But yeah, we'll probably do all that through Discord. But yeah, let's go take a little walk around here. Now we still have to replace this with. Actually, I don't need flight mode. Still need to replace this with asphalt, finish out smoothing a couple of areas, but this is our new farmer's market sell point, so we will no longer be using the farmer's market in there. No matter what the sell price is in there, because I want to start having to travel around the map a little bit more to sell things instead of coming to one spot. So yeah, we come in. This is going to be a tight fit with a semi, especially coming in from that direction because you have to turn wide to get in here, and then you have to immediately cut back this way. So yeah, you could either spin around that way to sell, or you could come up next to it right there to sell, and then just kind of loop around to get out. It's going to be a tight fit for a semi, but yeah, it'll be okay. We don't have a semi right now, anyways. We're working with a tractor and a flatbed. So yeah, that is it for the farmers market. Now over here, I still have some work to do with getting this sorted out, but I'm not going to worry about that today. I think you know what? Let me just turbo mode over to the farm here. So this field has been mulched. It has weeds on it. This field has been cut, and it's ready for windrowing and baling, but we're not going to do that. We're going to let it grow again, do another cut, and then we'll take care of it. So I think, don't know where. Let's check our productions real quick, see if we need to take any gold or stone or anything. Yeah, so stones is still missing, and we could always take some water down to the gold plant, but I'm not gonna do all that on camera. We've done that a couple of times, and I'll do that stuff off camera. So in between this episode and the next episode, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and clear out that entire tree area and sell all the trees, and then I will take care of topping off the water, moving the potatoes, and getting some. I'll load some stone and stuff into the gold production plant. I'll probably go through a full cycle of production on the gold, and then I'll come back in next episode and we will sell the gold together, and then we're gonna start expanding our farm. We're gonna start like, I know we only have one tractor right now. We'll see how much money we get from all the gold. If we get enough, we'll get another tractor. We also need to get the header for our harvester that is sitting up at the store still. Yeah, we'll get all that. We'll get the header. We'll see if we have enough for a tractor, but I want to start putting a house down over there and do some landscaping and stuff, which means our little log cabin is probably gonna go, because I think, if I remember correctly, you can only have one. So if I try to, well, no, it's gonna let me place down another one, so we can leave our log cabin as a little you know, decoration. So we could do a farmhouse off to the side. I got a bunch of farmhouse buildings and stuff in here. These right here are pretty cool. You can actually go inside of them. Very nice houses. I think I definitely want one that we can go inside of. Like this one right here looks pretty cool. This one right here is nice. So yeah, definitely want one we can go inside. This one you can go inside, it's just a little small. So for like this one right here, we're looking at 85. This one right here, we're looking at 70. So we have a couple of options for farmhouses. Honestly, I kind of like this one right here. But do kind of want one that's a little bit bigger, so I may end up going and searching for some other mods and seeing what I can find. We also have this is just Buildings of Norway. Can't go inside that one. We have this one, which we've used before, and all of that. We have a little garage, which is always nice. This is the house on Maypole? Yeah, it's on Maypole. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point. It is early in the morning at the time of recording this video, so I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. Feel free to comment down below. Don't forget to leave a name for the new farmers market and all of that. And subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and I will catch you guys in the next one.